It is game time as Marcelo Ledwaba gets us into the first quarter of action. A ready long-range pass to the queen of the shooting circle of the Baobabs, and she doesn't hesitate but sinks it in. Quick goal from the Baobabs. Oh, good hands. Lovely does it from Mojaji Ramaralo on goal defense for the Baobabs.
Yeah, you can see the defensive duo of the Baobabs quickly coming into attack there to assist the Baobabs. And they're finding Mkhlouri on that one-on-one. Coach Emily did speak about it. The Dwaba are not afraid to feed that ball to her. They do have the height advantage. And what a great start from the Baobabs.
No ways. What?
Another one goes in, the long one.
Listen,
and they will continue doing that, I'm pretty sure, until they pick it up.
Yeah, I just feel, for me, you know that you're going to come up against a tall shooter. So already the conversation should have been, how do you put pressure on, on the passer, on the feeder to Mkhlouri, so that it's a little bit misjudged? Because one-on-one's not going to work in this setup. I mean, you can see the height difference between Ukhatjwayo as well as Utando Mukwena.
Oh, the quick hands from Kumalu there. She found the Dwaba easily on that circle edge. Just Matfield taking her hands, or taking her eyes off the ball, not her hands. And missing that opportunity. The contact call against Atkins there. The little pocket rocket, as we all know her. And immediately you can see the double up defense there on Mkhlouri. Matfield not afraid to take the shot.
Yeah, I was about to say that, I'm glad that the TNL actually affords the Baobabs Proteas different scenarios. They're going to come across mobile circles. They're going to come across circles with towering shooters. So it won't be a case of they're only experiencing it, in Gibraltar. But this is good because they're going to get literally every single scenario you can think of across the globe.
There are fans of the Baobabs here to support their girls. And now you can see the defensive pressure there from Atkins and Inverson on that transverse line, trying to apply pressure. They know that long ball will go in, but the double split, not the right option. But what a beautiful defensive effort there from Ledwaba. Gets that back for her team. She's without her red lips today, Ledwaba, but look at that. The quick pickup from her on the circle edge. The hard work from Mpepu, really restricting the movement on Atkins. And Atkins is a fast player, Simi, I think you'll agree with me.
Yeah.
She moves quickly, so she will have her work cut out.
Yeah, she certainly will. And I think the question is going to be if Mpepu can stick, to her for the full duration of the match, because she is quick. Oh, Pops is actually doing so well. She's shooting straight up. The first time, yes, she didn't get the possession, but this time around, she gets it. And that's the benefit of working tirelessly and just not giving up.
Yeah, I got to agree with you, Simi. Incredible elevation from her there. And she's a player that is starting to move and transform more into a mid-court player. They play a lot on centre wing defense, but look at that elevation coming from the captain. She's an incredible athlete, definitely something for the future. Now the Baobabs with the opportunity immediately, the defense coming through on the attack to assist.
Oh, unfortunately from Ndibuo Mpepu, miscommunication with Ledwaba. But having said that, you never turn your back to the ball under any circumstances. And Marie Duran then makes it count. So 5 goals apiece. just 5 minutes into it.
Something what I'm enjoying from Baobabs is we've been speaking a lot about them having difficulty getting that ball out to the front, to the wing attacks, goal attacks, being under pressure, but they are utilizing their back players a lot more, bringing them into that centre pass, and that's a real positive.
Well, before we continue blabbering on, Amanda, having a lovely netball conversation, and let's not forget that we operate on a tripod system with Mum holding the fort downstairs for us. She's close to the court. Mums, how's it going there? Have you recovered, first of all, from that earlier fixture that we saw between the Stings and the Flames? Because I just remember how, stoked you were with that result.
Listen, as you said that, did you see that all drama happening on the side there, on the wing defense of the intercept? Listen, Simi, that was the most amazing and electrifying finish I have ever commentated on, and it was, it was something out of this world. But just bringing it back to this match, the Baobabs, if you look at them now against the under-21s, they don't have the height advantage. And what the under-21s are doing very well is they're actually putting up their hands and flooding the spaces, slowing them down. But I'm pretty impressed with how well the defensive side of the Baobabs are doing at the moment, if you understand what I'm saying, because we saw them struggle a bit with the combination getting it right yesterday, but today they really are starting a little bit better if we consider how the score is looking at the moment. But their problem has mainly been consistency, and that's going to be the challenge, as well as the under-21s. Actually, both teams are going to be struggling with consistency, meaning finishing off as strong as they start.
And I think, one would assume that, the changes made by the coaches for the Spot Baby purchase specifically perhaps has a lot to do with that inconsistency. And Pumza did allude to the fact that they obviously have to try different combinations. What would you do in your instance? Do you think it's a case of getting a win at all costs, or, trying to get more clarity around the 15 that you've got 100% certainty that you're going to go with?
Well, I think her strategy has been giving opportunity. That's been her theme the whole time, is that she really wants to make sure everybody gets an opportunity that they've been eyeing. She wants to test them under pressure. She wants to see how quick and how well they can integrate with the other players. And I like that for the youngsters, so nobody can go home feeling I didn't get a fair chance. But there are certain areas where she's really stated that she still has one or two other people that she still wants to really just keep testing, keep seeing whether or not they can, connect as well as they should be. So that's the strategy. I like it. I have no problem with it. Yes, I know that all of us would love to see the 15, but there is another leg coming. And I think by that time, she would have probably solidified a combination a little bit more. But for now, the more exposure you give to the youngsters, the better it is. And a strong team then that you have ultimately.
Yep. Thanks for that insight there, Mubs. And now Matfield with the shot. Still a lot in this game. And there it is, the offload to Atkins. She's been driving that pocket quite a bit today. Somehow they're just not finding her. And a lovely turn over there from Horn. She's doing a lot of work defensively. Oh, that's something that you don't see often. Bounce pass on a lead. And the pressure from the SA under-21s around that circle. They're just trying to really put the Baobabs under pressure as much as they can. They've got a better chance of turning that ball outside the circle than on the inside.
A lot of work being done by the defenders of the Baobabs to carry that ball all the way to the transverse line. They need assistance, the attackers. Oh, there's that long range pass to Mkhulu. They're going to do that the entire match.
Yes, I think just looking at that centre pass, the timing of the attackers in front seems to be a little bit off at the moment. It's almost like the wing defense, goal defense is catching the ball, and there's a second or two where they freeze before they move. So they need to start creating angles and spaces beforehand so that they can have a drive onto that ball, because right now the ball's very slow in and around the circle, and all they are left with is just that long bomb to Machuri.
Yeah, there's that long bomb to Machuri, and she makes it count. This is a good comeback.
So the umpire just addressing there.
What is he addressing?
I think she's just delaying play a little bit with the ball.
Yeah.
And so it just allows them time to get in front of the ball defensively. So if she can delay the centre pass, they can set themselves up defensively, which is a good tactic until the umpire figures it out.
Yeah, well, they're nipping it in the back to all these tricks and tactics that some of the players, you know, are trying to bring in. So it's great that the umpires are taking full control and taking charge of what's happening on court. So we see a player warming up behind the Spot Proteas bench. I'm sure that she will most likely make the way on court as well. And it looks like it is Opila Sandenduli. She is a wing defender. So I'm sure they still want a little bit more pressure on that feed to the Baobabs. You know what's happening now? The Spa Baby Proteas are starting to lose possession due to unforced errors. I think this is the third consecutive one that they haven't been able to capitalize. If you remember, the score was 10-6 in their favor. And the Baobabs have done well, you know, to close the gap. So they need to really sort it out. But credit to Umukwena for denying Mufuri access to the base, because that's what she wanted, you know, to be. That's where she wanted to put herself to receive that ball. 2/3 of the penalties against the Spot Baby Proteas.
Yep. It's a lovely feed there from Victor, actually, Simi. Just the speed of the ball. Again, the defense setting themselves up on that transverse line, just slowing the ball down. You can see Nema Tengare just moving herself into position, directing the defenders on that box. Brilliant defensive effort from the Baby Proteas, really just forcing the Baobabs to work in isolation and to force the feed.
Mukwena does it again. I love that she's figured out what to do with Mufuri. She's either cutting her off the base, so she can't get those long bombs, as Amanda would say, or also contesting for the pass. And now we get into the Baobabs, the Telkom Super Shot. They get 2 points for every single goal taken if they sink it in and take it from the designated area inside the shooting circle. There you can see it labeled Telkom Super Shot. But it's only the Baobabs that will get the 2 points. The Spot Baby Proteas will have to wait for their turn in the third quarter.
But just looking there from Atkins, the lovely work that we saw from her there on and off that circle edge, repositioning herself, making sure the shooting circle are settled before they feed that ball in. So clever play from her there, and also just delaying the clock a little bit. It will be Baobabs centre pass next, so they will have that opportunity for the super shot, and I'm pretty sure they'll look at taking it.
Oh, good collection there from the Dwaba. They need to move swiftly. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from Ulunwabo Kumalo, wing defense.
The battle of the Kumalus, one would say.
Yeah, actually, it's the two Kumalas against each other. There they are. And it's Ulunwabo that actually got that deflection. So, job well done.
Baobabs will have to move swiftly. They want to make use of this power play. Good there from Mujaji.
No,
Oh.
I have never seen this. 2 passes, Amanda, from the defending circle to Muhluri, literally 2 passes.
Well, I think they have to do it now again, but not.
Yeah, but unfortunately, not enough time for the Baobabs, who find themselves trailing at the end of the first quarter. It's a great start from the Spa Baby program.